Shalom. First and foremost, we're going to give all praise, honor, and glory to
Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahushai, Ba'Hashem, Ruach HaKodesh.
Also, double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who rule and teach well in the scriptures. And salutations to all the brothers out there who push his word in all truth and all sincerity. And it's going to be another installment of America is Falling. And the article that we saw and that we're going to do a lesson on is from CNN.com. And it's entitled, Asia Stocks Sink After Wall Street's Christmas Eve Plunge. Okay? And pretty much, as the American dollar falls, you're seeing the world market fall at the same time, okay, which is ultimately going to do several things. One of them is going to bring forth World War III, okay, because everybody's pocket's hurting. Everyone's feeling the effect of this dollar collapsing, okay? Everyone's feeling it now, man, okay? And also, it's going to usher in the new currency system, which is the RFID microchip, okay, which is the mark of the beast in Revelation, the 13th chapter. And we're not going to really get so much into the mark of the beast. We're going to just more focus on the dollar, okay, and how it's since it's collapsing, it's pretty much affecting everybody. And here in America, you're gonna these people are gonna feel it because this dollar is collapsing. And right now, as we speak, and you have tariffs that aren't even in effect until next year. Mm-hmm. And once those tariffs come into effect, these goods that you see are gonna rise in price. Okay,
Skyrocket.
They're gonna skyrocket at some point, man. You know, it's gonna start with inflation, and then at some point, hyperinflation is gonna kick in. Okay. So let's get that article and let's pull out some precepts.
This is in the CNN. Asia stocks sink after Wall Street's Christmas Eve plunge. Hong Kong CNN business. Wall Street's Christmas route spilled into Asia. Japan's Nikkei plummeted 5% on Tuesday, dragging the index into a bear market. In China, the Shanghai Composite dropped as much as 2.5% before recovering some of its losses to close down 0.9%. The declines in Asia followed after another brutal day for U.S. stock markets, which fell more than 2% in a shortened trading session. The Dow, which sank 2.9%, and the S&P 500, which lost 2.7%, suffered their biggest Christmas Eve declines ever.
Yeah, okay, so you see that the American trade system, it's failing right now, okay? It's collapsing right before our eyes and in the world's eyes, okay? And it's affecting not just the American people, but also all these other countries, man, the people worldwide, all right? And as this dollar keeps dwindling, it's gonna lead into war, man. It's going to lead into war at some point. And eventually, World War III is going to come to pass, and America is going to lose that war, okay? And that's due to biblical prophecy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'll keep reading.
Back in the article, the market is getting pummeled from every direction, said Stephen Inez, head of Asia Pacific trading for online broker Oanda. Investors are getting increasingly concerned about a slowdown in global economic growth, according to market experts. Those worries have been intensified by U.S. President Donald Trump's attacks on Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell for continuing to raise interest rates.
Yeah, which that's gonna hurt a lot of people, man. Because basically, you had all these banks, and all these businesses which hand out loans. They had a zero interest rate for a very long time. Mm-hmm. So they were able to basically borrow from the Fed, without having to pay any type of interest rate. So, they were able to, let's just say, get that money. And then when you come into, their establishment and you needed a loan, they may charge you, let's just say, a 10%, interest rate. Now with with this though, with the interest rates being raised, that 10% is going to skyrocket to 18%, 19, 20, so on and so forth, man. And that's going to hurt the people, man. No one's going to want to invest. No one's going to want to build, okay? You're seeing everything crash, man.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard to make a profit in that kind of situation with interest rates high. You know, you'll be struggling just to break even. You know what I mean?
That's right.
Back in the article, U.S. stocks went into a tailspin Monday after Trump tweeted that the only problem our economy has is the Fed, stoking fears he may fire Powell.
Yeah, just keep going. Don't even read his Twitter.
The turmoil on Wall Street is affecting other big markets because of concerns that problems in the U.S. economy, the world's biggest.
Yup. Hey, and everyone's tied to this whore, man. Mm-hmm. Babylon the Great, man. Mm-hmm. You know that whore, man. All right. Yeah. That everybody has slept with. Everybody in this place has dealt with this place, man. Okay. And now everyone's again that burn now, so to speak.
Yeah.
Okay. Is there a little more to that?
Back in the article, let me just start over. The turmoil on Wall Street is affecting other big markets because of concerns that problems in the U.S. economy, the world's biggest, could hit major trading partners such as Japan and weigh on companies' profits, said Hirokazu Kabeya, chief global strategist at the Iowa Securities in Tokyo. So, these people are concerned, man. All right? It's going to be a domino effect. Once, hyperinflation is set off here, it's going to travel through the rest of the four corners of the earth,
Yeah, this is a consumer nation, man.
Right. So they're going to have to bring in that chaos, that war, all right, to bring back their so-called order. And, that solution is going to be that RFID chip. I know we're not going to really get into that, but, there's a prelude to it, man.
Mm-hmm.
Before that chip comes out, it's going to be this dollar crashing, all right, hyperinflation, okay? Back in the Great Depression, like the 1930s, a loaf of bread was $200, So how much more now? How much more today, in today's market?
That's right.
So then you're going to have those people invading one another because of lack of bread, all right?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Things are about to get ugly. Is there more to the article?
No, that was it. That was pretty much it.
I got a scripture. This is Zephaniah chapter 1. And I'll start at 11. How ye inhabitants of Maktesh, for all the merchant people are cut down. All they that bear silver are cut off. And basically, Maktesh represents the the Wall Street. Okay? It represents Wall Street. And it's going to get cut down. And we're seeing the beginning of it, man. Okay? We're seeing the beginning of it right now. And as time keeps going by, it's going to get worse and worse and worse. And you're going to start hearing more reports. Well, they may not report it, but you might see an article here and there about people who work in, whether it be the Chicago Board of Trade or wherever it may be. They're going to be jumping out of these high rises, man, and committing suicide because they're not making any money. They're actually in debt. They're in the negative now, and since they work in the market, they understand that there's going to be no bounce back, and it's going to be nothing but a hard time, okay? And that's going to affect everybody, man. Okay, mass job losses are coming. It's already here, but it's going to be to the point where everybody's going to really talk about it.
Oh, yeah.
Because people are still sweeping it under the rug. They have their app-based jobs. You got people working in factories still. Whatever. You got a couple people at the banks. Shit like that,
Why is it? Because people are comfortable still.
Yep.
Right? Because when this hits, it's going to make the majority of this country's, population very uncomfortable. And that's why everyone's going to talk about it, because everyone's at that point is going to be very affected by it. All right? From the great to the smallest, the richer than the poorest, they're all going to be talking about it.
Mm-hmm.
This is Proverbs 11:4. Riches profit not in the day of wrath, but righteousness delivereth from death. You know what I'm saying? So, right now, if you've been accumulating wealth and not giving a shit about, the truth, you know what I'm saying, trying to make it here in America, that day is going to affect you and your household greatly, man. All right? Because Isaiah 33 and 6 says that wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times and strength and salvation, you know? And if you're not building up that spiritual bank account for these days that are coming right around the corner, maybe Lord willing 2019 is it, you know what I'm saying? If you're not ready for that, you're going to be swept with the destruction that's coming for America, man, for Esau, Edom.
You have some or no?
Oh, no, go ahead.
I got Ecclesiastes 12, and I'll start at 1. Remember now the Creator in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not,
Right.
nor the year draweth nigh, when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them. And that's what we're doing right now. And, those around the world who do believe in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, okay? Which Yahweh is the Heavenly Father's true name, and Yahweh Shai is whom the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, okay? Mm-hmm. We're remembering our Creator. We're trying to get right with Him, following the law, statutes, and commandments, being humble, okay? And, while the evil days draw nigh. Salaki, let me read that again. While the evil days come not, Salaki, nor the years draw nigh. And that's what we're doing. We're remembering the Lord before all chaos comes, all hell breaks loose. All right?
Yeah, because if I may say, our people, when shit goes bad for them, now they want to turn to God. Now they want to pray and all that. But when all things are going well for them, they forget the Most High, man. Mm-hmm. They forget the Lord, And the truth be said, they don't even know the Lord today because they're calling on Jesus, you know what I'm saying? Or Yahweh, or, they think they're all set. They know it all. They're good, man. But that's not the case, man. You are so far from it, man. All right? Turn back, man, to Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai and get right. All right? Suffer patiently when thou art changed to a low estate, okay? Because you're going to be changed to a low estate coming into this truth, all right? Because the wisdom, Yahweh Shai, is going to try you first, man. All right? And right now, the doors of mercy are closing, man. There's going to be no time left, man. Amos 8 and 11 is just around the corner, man. All right? And that chip.
That's right. Things are happening. Things are happening. And that great judgment's about to come down unto this place, man.
Hallelujah.
Yeah, that's right. Because before righteousness and tranquility, peace, life can exist, it come forth, destruction has to happen first to this place of wickedness.
Kind of, because that fire is a cleansing agent, man. And the Lord's going to clean this place up, man. All right? Because the land cannot be cleansed, but by those, roughly paraphrasing, but the one who shed it, you know what I mean? Because there's a lot of bloodshed, a lot of Israelite bloodshed around the earth, and especially here in America, So, Esau, Edom, we got to shed that blood, the Lord's going to do that. All right?
That's right. You got anything else? Because I have one last scripture.
No, go ahead.
And, once these stock markets crash, okay, as the brother, when I say crash, I mean really, really crash where it's, basically the Great Depression Part 2, man. All right? When it really crashes, anarchy is gonna flood the streets. Okay, martial law is going to be declared. It's going to be a war zone everywhere, and this is prophesied in 2nd Ezra, the 15th. Is this the 15th chapter? Yep, 2nd Ezra 15 and 14. This is what it says: Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and the destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands. And you're going to see that. It's going to be all types of, race wars and class wars and gang wars. It's going to get crazy out here, right? You see these movies like, it's on Netflix. I don't know if they have it anymore. It was called The Domestics. It was basically showing martial law in Milwaukee and how that city got divided, by gangs. And if you weren't a part of that gang, you would get, they would, basically kill on sight. All right? It would be a kill on sight. All right? You have The Walking Dead shows it. Mm-hmm. All these movies and TV series show this, man.
Oh, it's the psychological programming, you know? They're showing you what's to come, man. It's part of their witchcraft. They got to show it before they actually do it.
That's right.
You know?
Verse 16, for there shall be sedition among men,
Yep.
which that's talking about an uprising against the government. So you're going to have, I mean, we're seeing it now. You see it in France. That's the main thing right now.
The yellow vest.
Yep, the yellow vest. They're attacking the government, leaders and, buildings, so on and so forth, okay? And it's going to come here. It's not going to be just marches up and down streets anymore. You're going to actually see people having assault rifles, shooting at, these buildings, setting it on fire, taking over public buildings and stuff, And I'm playing a game right now called The Division, and they show you this, man, in this game. They show you how these gangs and all that stuff, they take over these cities, man, and they take over these public buildings, man. Okay, they show it like in the movie, like we were saying, the movies, the TV series, the games. Okay.
Through that Black Mirror,
Yep, Black Mirror. That's another one they show, man.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant the TV.
No, well, twofold. You know what I'm saying? Because I meant the show and the television, your flat screen.
That's right.
That's how they program you, man.
And it says, and invading one another, they shall not regard their kings nor princes. And that pretty much the kings and princes are your presidents, your governors, your senators, mayors, so on and so forth. Okay, they're not going to care in that day.
No.
All right, it's going to be a dog eat dog world, which it is already. All right.
Right, but now the gloves come off. You know what I'm saying?
And it says, in the course of their actions shall stand in their power, a man shall be able to go in, shall desire to go into a city.
Right.
And shall not be able. And that's talking about martial law. Because once this dollar crashes, there's going to be anarchy and uprisings all over. That they're going to have these federal troops come in and, create checkpoints on your bridges, on main intersections, okay? It's going to be very, very hard to get around in that day, And it says... Verse 18, for because of their pride, that's that main thing, that pride.
Pride goeth before destruction.
That's right. The cities shall be troubled, and the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. Life as you know it is just gonna it's just gonna be gone in the blink of an eye, man. Basically, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread. And for great tribulation.
Yeah.
Yep. And that's what's going to happen. Once these stock markets, fully crash, people aren't going to have any money to pay for these goods anymore. Okay? And then, you people aren't going to be able to get bread or eggs, milk and cheese like that. Like the brother said, you're going to be paying like $500 for a loaf of bread.
And that's just the white bread, not that wheat with all the
real nutrition,
the minerals and all the nuts in it. You know what I mean? The nice bread. It's gonna be that cheap ass Wonder Bread, Joe.
That's right. And then you're gonna have these at some point, man. These truckers and all that stuff, they're not gonna be getting paid. So where's this food gonna be coming from?
Well, yeah, and the gasoline and all that. I mean, if a trucker with his own truck, his own business, traveling from place to place, working, changing those brakes are like $2,000. You know what I'm saying? The price of that's gonna even go up. And basically it's gonna get to the point where they're not gonna be driving anymore. So these supermarkets are gonna stay emptied. All right. So right now, like you go into a lot of these stores here around Chicago, and they have no strawberries. Back last year, the years before,
the meats are
the produce were on point. You know what I'm saying?
The meats are the meat section right now, man. I see it all the time. It's a bear. You know how in the past it would never be bare. They would always make sure it was stocked.
It was stocked up, right?
Now you walk in there, you might not find your steak. You might not find your chicken breast. you have to wait for them to restock it. And it was never like that 10, 20 years ago.
It was always stocked up.
You know, even 5 years ago it was fine. But now, the past few years, man, no one has money, man. No one has funds. Everything's getting shortened right now. And, we just wanted to get into there. Just talk about how this, since the U.S. economy is, it's tanking, it's going to affect not only here but worldwide because, it's going to lead into World War III, man. Can you get that real quick? Just end it off with that, actually. That the second war was coming, or the third war.
Quickly?
Yeah, it's coming quickly. We'll just end it off with this because, like we were saying, this is going to affect the markets worldwide, and these other countries are going to, they're already gearing up for war, but it's going to get to a point where they're going to have to fight.
Come. Revelation chapter 11, verse 14. The second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly.
Yep. And we're about to hit that third woe, that third world war. And with that, hopefully this was edifying. And we're going to give all praise, honor, glory to
Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahushai, Ba'Hashem, Ruach Kodash.
Double honors to our apostle and our elders of Great Millstone. And salutations to all the brothers out there. Shalom.
Shalom.